and welcome back to episode 3 of the Unreliable Narrator, the solution to the heartbreaking case of the Hollywood Heartthrob Homicide, or the Hollywood Horror, or whatever it was known by the time it had gone through.
The horror.
So, hopefully you've all got your solutions in, but first of all, we're going to go around our suspects and see if they've figured out who did it. Incidentally, people at home, I've made these people promise that they're not going to change depending on what other people say. They've got a theory locked in their head, however unreliable it may be. So let's see what everyone has to offer. Paulie, who do you think is the film star?
Well, I think it was leading lady. I think it was... Again, I could be wrong, but I think you might have just double bluffed us with she was the one that was the most, the one that they could sort of see have done it the most. The fact that she was signing a contract, the fact that she kind of looked quite plain, so maybe it was the idea was that she was going to shave his moustache off and actually be him. And
Interesting.
Kinky.
Yeah, I think it was her, and I think that Tim sort of basically asked her to do it, or got her to do it without her knowing. I definitely think there was something between her and Tim, and I think that she either did it or inadvertently did it.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Excellent theory. So 1 vote for Lee. Next it went to Seb.
Well, I think you're half right with that. I think it was Tim deliberately doing it because he was in love with leading lady, which was why that he was signing her to his contract, and he knew he needed to get this other man, which she had told Tim in confidence that obviously they were seeing each other. He knew he had to get this other man out of the way, and that's why he killed him. I think he did it with shaving cream because he only had the moustache, which means he must have been quite bushy, which means that he must have shaved the rest of it. So the poison was in the shaving cream, and very gradually over a long time.
For a long time.
A long time. It slowly built up poison.
In the eclair cream.
Perfect. Excellent theory.
Anyway, yeah, that's how it worked. Definitely.
Love it.
Yes.
Stuff. Lex, you were next.
Okay, I think...
If you don't think it's jog on, I'm going to be furious.
He's a strong suspect, but I also think it was Tim. I think he poisoned the champagne he was toasting with Lee about the new job. She then went and kissed her man, Phil, because that's what they do. And the poison got into his mustache because it was large, and therefore he kind of
wow,
licked his lips or licked his mustache or snorted of his mustache. And then Tim came along, and to remove the evidence, he shaved it. And I don't know if there's a subplot in here about. Oh no, that would make sense because then he'd get the payout money. But just in case, maybe Lee had married Phil, and so she was going to inherit some, and he was going to get it now because he was her agent. Something.
Okay, nice theory.
Right.
One question regarding that.
Oh.
If she drank the poison, why didn't she die?
That's a very good question.
Oh, that...
But anyway, we've heard your theory. Excellent. It then moved on.
She faked it. That's why.
He faked it.
It then went on to Joe.
Mine's similar to what Lex said, but slightly different. I think it's something about she. I don't know. Oh God, I can't find it's not right, but I'll just say it anyway. I feel it's something to do with, I think she either had poison on her lips or something like that, and she kissed him, and then shaved his mustache. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. But what I think is, I think the toast was like the antidote, so that's why she didn't die.
Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting. Nice.
So that, and it was.
It's Tim.
Yeah. No, I'd say it's Lee.
Oh, you think it was her? Right, okay.
Yeah. I thought she did it deliberately to get, because she knew, to be honest, they probably both had a little thing with it, because Tim wanted to get rid of him and she wanted, she gets the contract. She's been an extra for ages.
Yeah.
So she gets rid of him, she gets this signed contract, and Tim also wins because, I think it's a bit of a joint thing, but I think Lee did it.
So the poison's in the drink, and she drinks it as well, but has also taken the antidote, so she stays alive. But
No.
he dies. Is that
No.
Is that not how?
She took the poison before, and then did something, and the toast with Tim is the antidote to the poison, which is why she doesn't die.
Why do you need to toast
Phil
Tim to
does.
get the antidote?
No, sure.
I don't know, because Tim's involved. That's why. That's why.
Somehow.
Tim's involved somehow.
Theory. Absolutely excellent theory. Finally, Alice.
Well, I'm none the wiser, so I'm going to throw it for a loop, because my initial gut instinct was that it was Stu Diobos. I thought he was shifty. So I think that he did it. I'm not sure how he got the poison into him, but I think he took the mustache because he was in financial trouble and it was his trademark and he wanted to sell it.
God.
Murder mustache.
Save the
Murder
film.
mustache.
Another
Exactly.
That would sell.
theory. I mean, some of these are frankly better than the actual solution, which I think you're really annoyed at me for the actual solution for this one.
You trying to tell me he didn't sell a mustache?
Or house shaving cream.
Well. I suppose the time has now come for me to reveal who killed Phil Starr and was the Hollywood Heartthrob Homicide killer. Let me tell you a story before I reveal the actual person. I'm just going to get up the document so I can remember. Because there was a couple of details. The police almost felt it was too obvious that it was Lee Dinglady, because not only was she having in a relationship with the dead man, but she then mysteriously disappeared immediately after his death, just vanished into the hills. We heard no one ever saw her again, which is odd. But is it ever the most obvious person? And how even would she have killed him? We actually need to go back a little bit further into the story to get a couple of key details. He was the greatest actor of his generation, quite plain. The only really distinctive feature of him was this mustache.
Oh.
And it does all come back to the mustache, because why would someone remove his mustache, especially when he was in a locked trailer? Why would someone kill him and then remove the mustache? How did they get into his locked trailer and then leave again?
Maybe he never had a mustache.
I'm intrigued to know what Seb's O was.
I mean, I'm just immediately thinking it's not him.
Yeah, that sounds.
He's run away with his lady love, so therefore the murdered person is someone. I can't think about who it is. But
You're sort of close, but the exact opposite.
Oh,
Because
okay. Wait, he is his lady love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because what did we hear later on? And this was something that I thought was such a big clue pigeon, but everyone missed, even when you watched it again. Of course, he didn't want the world to know they were dating, so they were never actually seen together. But everyone knew. The two people were never seen together. What did we hear about Phil at the start? He'd been an actor all his life and was told there was no role he couldn't play. Something that he was desperate to test. So he was doing the old, I'm going to be an extra. And because the only distinctive thing about him was his mustache, as soon as he took it off, no one recognised him at all. So he was doing the rounds as Lee Dinglady as well.
But how could he be on set as did he have a removable one?
It was a stick-on mustache.
Oh my god!
It was a stick-on. That's why he didn't have it on. No killer would go in and shave his mustache. The reason why he didn't have it was because he wasn't wearing it at the time. He was killed as he was getting dressed back into being him. So
it was Tootsie.
So who did it? It was, of course, the agent, the person who was going to invest in the money. We all thought it was the toast because the agent knew. He'd figured out because he saw them. He'd signed them both. So he poisoned Lee. She drank the drink. He tried to
Lee was him.
But Lee was him.
So the suspect was the victim.
So the suspect was the victim. She drank the drink.
And she disappeared.
And she disappeared and was never seen again because she was dead in that trailer because they were both the same person.
Wow.
It's being right on a technicality.
So technically, yes, everyone that thought it was Tim Saltown, you were correct.
Hey,
but no, I'm not giving any points for that one. No one got close.
No. We wouldn't give people points for those answers in a murder mystery.
In an actual mystery, so you're not getting them here.
But technically, I did say that she wanted to be him. and that's why she took
when
the
you said
stash.
that, I thought you were definitely going to be the closest anyone's going to get. This was an interesting one because I thought this was one that was either going to be got immediately because there were sort of 3 key sentences that really give this away.
Yeah.
And I thought if anyone did remember, they were never actually seen together. That's probably the thing. And then you work back on the whole idea of why would someone take off his mustache? Because he didn't have one.
Yeah.
He was just sticking it on. But there we go. I hope you at home did better than our suspects here. Last week's was too easy, so I had to make a harder one, and I'm very pleased none of them got it this week. I'm going to say now, do definitely tune in next week because it's
Oh no!
Oh God! Really?
Swordfish and rhinos galore.
I have been kind so far.
No.
Next week's is the first time even I'm worried I've gone too far, because it is cruel. So if you enjoy watching people suffer, definitely come back and join us next week. Like, subscribe, give us a follow, give us a review, tell other people, share our stuff, and join us again for another episode of The Unreliable Narrator. Bye-bye.